not just get over a broken leg, get over a broken heart, or get over something as small as a broken pencil. Yet, people still have the right to tell those with a broken spirit, why didn't they just get over it? As someone who has recovered and been treated, I can tell you that hearing those words pains me more than the insults I have thrown at myself. To just get over the dark black cloud that looms over my head, raining on every inch of happiness that I can find, washing it away and replacing with a flood that pours and pours and pours and overflows my poor heart that struggles so hard not to be drowned by dirty thoughts that intricately make its way through my mind, poisoning my blood and veins and taking over the part of my mind that makes me laugh and smile, and turns everything slowly and painfully as the smiles turn into frowns and the laughter suffocates itself out in silent pleas for help and forms itself in vacant eyes that just stare into the distance, hoping, wishing, praying that a day will come when the demons in my mind cannot compete with the ones that hide in my closet or the ones under my bed. For imagining those monsters that hide in every crevice around my house is easier to deal with than the ones that hide in every crevice of my brain, and the screams cannot be heard because to ask for help is to be told, get over it. Would you tell someone who lost a loved one to get over it? Would you tell a cancer patient to get over it? Then why would you tell the person that struggles every day to get up and not put up a gun to their head and let themselves drop to the floor into eternal sleep where they can just stay happy and finally spread their wings that chain them down by heavy thoughts that manifested as scars on their arms and thighs, a constant reminder that they were not to the standard to get over it? Please tell me I can get over it as if it was as simple as cleaning up a glass of spilled milk. Well, cleaning up this milk can be hard when all the milk is rotten and grotesque, and the very presence of it reeks an odor, too disgusting to approach, and it stays in your nostrils and you can taste it at the back of your mouth. Similar to the way those thoughts spill out into my mind and just fill my head with cries and shrieks of pain that form itself into a phantom that trudges behind me, weighing down my very soul and telling me, whispers, taunts, mockings, making me into a fool to myself, as I keep thinking that I can get over it and that this phantom is just a figment of my imagination. I tell myself it's not real and is a sickness that one cannot get over, but it sneers mockingly into my ear with a low and sickening voice, drawing me to the bottle of pills that could easily take my life. The hands that moved towards them were not controlled by me, but by the shadow that made my every move. For I was just a puppet that was hollow on the inside, possessed by an entity that was not my own, that painted a smile on her face every morning, only to wash it off when she got home with the tears that fell from her eyes. And every day it was the same goddamn routine. I trudged along like a puppet with a shadow, no longer trudging behind me, but inside my very being. And it creeped its way into my mind so often that it hurt to even be awake, and eternal slumber felt better than laughing and smiling with the people I had loved the most. And being alone, trapped within my own thoughts that suffocated me until I couldn't breathe and I could no longer stand up, seemed better than the art that I loved so much. And my solitude was an addiction that only fed this menacing being more and more. And I would find that I would trigger myself to find an excuse for the scars to appear again. And winter season was my least favorite season, but my favorite at the same time, for the frost that bit my nose and nipped at my cheeks also meant long sleeves and pants, and meant covering my cat scratches and paper cuts. Do not tell me to get over it, a girl who has struggled with constant thoughts of death and hurt speeding across her mind every night. Do not tell my cousin, Tao, whose mind was riddled with dark thoughts that eventually took her life with a bottle of pills as it almost did mine. Do not tell my cousin Annie that the rope that she almost looped around her neck was nothing, and that it was completely avoidable had she just got over it. Do not tell my ex-girlfriend Cecilia, who suffers panic attacks on a daily basis and has misery running through her veins and fights to just smile and laugh at me every day. Do not tell her to get over it. Do not tell all those people whose minds are painted with dark thoughts similar to the way cat scratches and paper cuts form themselves on their skin. Do not tell anyone with this sickness to get rid of it, because it's not a fence we can just climb over. It is a constant weight on you, a weight that makes one hollow and empty, painting a smile on their face and being played like a puppet every day. Do not tell them to get over it. I will get over it as easily as anyone who says this can get over their hearts and narrow mind already blackened by society's harsh words that carve themselves into our bodies. Depression is not a wall or a fence we can just simply climb over. It is a real thing, and it stays with that person for a long time. And to tell someone to get over it is the equivalent of telling a cancer patient or someone with a broken arm or a broken heart to get over it. Thank you.